You are a football player running across the field. The quarterback throws you the ball, and then wham! You get hit so hard by a linebacker that you have received a concussion, and your brain could be in critical condition. Concussions are an important issue around the world because they can affect just about everyone and can have lasting effects later in life. I've been in sports my whole life, and throughout the years, I've seen many of my teammates with concussions, and I've seen what they have to do to recover. Concussions are a serious medical condition and must be cared for cautiously in order to prevent serious health problems later in life. Today, let's talk about how people recover from concussions and the effects later in life people can have if they have had too many concussions. Number one, how people recover from concussions. Actions people can take to help recover from concussions include not drinking alcoholic beverages or not taking non-prescribed drugs, as this might slow or worsen your recovery time. Make sure to write down things that may be harder than usual for you to remember. Avoid using computer and playing video games during the recovery time. According to the CDC website, rest is the most important thing to do after one receives a concussion. Do not try to tough it out and continue daily activities. That will just make the symptoms worse. Make sure to avoid activities that require a lot of physical demand or concentration. Recovering from multiple concussions. As stated by a June 21st article from Boston Magazine, researchers found that patients who had previously received multiple concussions had a longer duration of symptoms than people that have only received one concussion. Athletes that have had multiple concussions may have to go through rehabilitation. Physical therapy can also be helpful for patients with motor difficulty and mobility problems. Number two, effects later in life from concussions. Symptoms similar to Parkinson's. According to an article on Medical News Today website, a recent study was carried out where they found that athletes that suffered from a concussion 30 years or more ago showed early signs of Parkinson's disease and memory and attention deficits. Scientists have also found signs of neurodegenerative disease called CTE in brains of deceased athletes. Symptoms of CTEs include irritability and dementia. Former NFL players filing lawsuits. As reported by NFL website, the league reached a $765 million settlement over concussion-related brain injuries among 18,000 retired players. The NFL agreed to compensate victims of concussions and pay for medical exams and research. More than 4,500 former football players who suffer from dementia, depression, or Alzheimer's are being blows to the head and being rushed back to continue playing the game have sued the NFL. As you can see, concussions are a very serious problem. Concussions affect many people across the nation that have been becoming an increasingly major health problem among athletes. Today I talked about how people recover from concussions and the effects of concussions later in life. USA Football and the CDC came together to say, unlike a broken ankle or other injuries you can feel with your hands or see on an x-ray, a concussion is a disruption of how the brain works.